Hi, I'm Donald McIntyre, Operations Manager at Emerald. This is the Emerald Blockchain course, Class 18, What are native cryptocurrencies? Native cryptocurrencies are the tokens or coins that are issued by a blockchain network protocol each time there is a new block produced. Examples of these are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ethereum Classic. Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency. It is issued each time a new block, and only each time a new block is produced. And the same is the case for Ethereum. Ethereum was proof of work before, and now it's proof of stake, but it's still issuing coins on a per block basis. And Ethereum Classic is the same as Ethereum, but it stays with proof of work, and it also issues ETC on a per block basis. Bitcoin is issuing now 6.25 new coins every time there's a new block, and Ethereum is issuing 2 coins, 2 Ether per block, and ETC is issuing 2.56 coins per block. In the case of Bitcoin and Ethereum Classic, they're going to go reducing those payments as years pass by until they become zero. So they're gonna have capped supplies. In the case of Ethereum, usually that community has opted for have a perpetual issuance. What are native cryptocurrencies used for? The primary use of native cryptocurrencies or coins is to compensate miners or stakers in proof of work or proof of stake blockchains for their role in organizing transactions and producing blocks. This role basically in proof of work blockchains, as we have seen in previous classes, miners have to spend a lot of capital in equipment and premises, and also a lot of money in electricity to be able to produce each block. This is what gives them the status as digital gold. No, it's the analogy. And the only way they would do that and spend so much money is if they got paid, compensated for creating these blocks. So the primary use of these native cryptocurrencies was to be issued only when a new block was created by the miners. And that was the original invention of Satoshi Nakamoto with Bitcoin, no? The first cryptocurrency. Then you have proof of stake blockchains as Ethereum is now. In that case, the validators or stakers, they don't actually spend a lot of money, but they deposit a lot of money in an account, a lot of capital, and they want to get a return on that because their opportunity cost is to deposit the money in a bank and receive interest, or buy bonds and receive interest. So to compensate them and to give them a return for these large amounts of capital that they deposit, they are paid each time they validate or create a block for the network. So the concept is similar in both kinds of networks. Then there's a secondary use. The secondary use is to pay for transaction fees so that miners or stakers may include transactions in new blocks. The process, both in proof of work and proof of stake blockchains, the process is that transactions are distributed in all the nodes in the network. So this means that either miners or stakers receive also these transactions, and these transactions have a fee for them to include them in a block. So the two roles of miners and stakers are, one, to receive and organize the transactions, and the other one is to actually to produce the block, the block of transactions, and then they send to the blockchain. So for these two roles, they are paid. In the primary role, which is to produce blocks, they're paid with new coins that are issued, and in the secondary role, they are paid with already issued coins to include the transactions. They're paid fees. A tertiary use case of native cryptocurrencies is for the public in general to use them as money for any kind of transaction in the global economy, or as a store of value for savings and investments. Because in general, these cryptocurrencies, especially the ones that Emerald supports, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, have been sound money because they are issued in a controlled way. And also they have other properties of money. They are not only used for their primary use case, which is a fundamental economic value that they have, but they have been adopted also by the public in general and investors for general payments and as a store of value. What is the economic value of cryptocurrencies? In their primary and secondary uses, native cryptocurrencies have a fundamental economic value of serving as mediums of exchange of the coins for the new blocks created in the networks and the inclusion of new transactions. So that's the fundamental value of cryptocurrencies, and why Bitcoin, when it was invented in 2009, gained value eventually, because it really had, since its inception, it had a role. It had already an assigned role to pay for blocks and to pay for transaction fees. So that kernel or that base economic value was fundamental for the creation of cryptocurrencies. This gives native cryptocurrencies a natural economic demand since inception. Similarly, as these cryptocurrencies have a base economic value in the primary and secondary uses for blocks and for transaction fees, and are divisible and transferable, which are the other features they have, which are the typical features of money, they have gained general economic value in the global economy as they have become sound money for payments and settlements and gained status as stores of value. Billions, hundreds of billions of dollars have been saved in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ethereum Classic, and hundreds of billions of dollars have been settled on these blockchains for large settlements, of large payments. And on a daily basis, they process billions of dollars in payments. So the success of the base economic value and this secondary or tertiary economic value has been enormous. What are not native cryptocurrencies? Inside programmable blockchains like Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, it is possible to write software programs to issue cryptocurrencies. These smart contract protocols use the smart contract protocol used for these cases is the ERC20 standard. It's a very well-known standard. These are not native cryptocurrencies as they have no primary or secondary uses inside blockchains. This means they are not used to pay to miners or stakers for new blocks, and they're not used to pay fees. They're just created for other use cases as a tertiary level. We will explain this kind of coin in a future Emerald blockchain course. In the next course, we're going to explain what are programmable native cryptocurrencies, and in the next one, we're going to explain ERC20 tokens. As an example of which are not native cryptocurrencies because they don't have primary or secondary uses are Uniswap, which is very popular, then stable coins like Tether, USDT, and then wrapped coins like wrapped Bitcoin, and then just pure cryptocurrencies with no base economic value like Shiba, which are meme coins. Those are examples of non-native cryptocurrencies. Thank you for watching this Emerald blockchain course, class 18, what are native cryptocurrencies? And please remember to download Emerald at emerald.cash/download. Thank you very much.